Hello, Justice, it's Friday, and if you see things being wobbly and stuff, I'm recording from my computer. Also, if you hear buzzy noises in the background, Josh is trying to shave his beard, so, yeah. Anyway, so first week of school went great. The big thing right now is that I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do about the $3,000 I'm probably going to owe the school, that I have to pay that wasn't covered by, loans and stuff. Yay! Debt. That's the one thing I have to say that's kind of sad about educational systems is that, like, not in as a whole, but just kind of like here in the U.S., we have to pay for our education, and it's kind of irksome after a while, especially considering the fact that we're doing this to get a better job, and then the first few years after we get out of that job, get that job, if we get that job, we have to pay a crap ton of student loan debt back, and it's just kind of hectic and terrible. And by the time you're all done, you've paid like 5 times what you actually had to pay because loans and blah blah. It's expensive and not fun, but school's been pretty good. I already told you about the slightly embarrassing story that I had this week. So I'll recap for anybody who's actually curious, because I don't know. Blah. But anyway, so on my Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, I have only 2 classes, and it's in the same building, on the same floor, right next to each other. So I have my first class is in room 100. It's my Management 101 class, and then my second class is in room 101, which is my Accounting 201 class. Which is basically my managerial accounting class. So it's kind of like, I've already taken managerial accounting. I just didn't do well in it because, as much as because of the time that I took accounting was the time that I was working really early shifts and was living with Josh, and it was kind of hectic and so on and so forth. But, so I'm taking managerial accounting again, but my management class, I ended up reading the Management 101. The 101 is the room number instead, and instead of going into room 100, I walked into room 101 with Dr. Pelosi, who is a wonderful woman who I am definitely taking a class with, probably next semester if I can. She teaches about 6 classes on camp, in the business school, and she's just a trip, like a really wonderful lady, honestly. But so I actually, like I said, mixed it up, and instead of being in the Management 101 class, I ended up attending the Management 301 class, which honestly I felt a lot more comfortable in because there were less freshmen and sophomores in it and more people that are my age in it. So, yeah. I sat in the front, mentioned everything. My name wasn't on the roster, which I kind of figured. I registered late for my management class. It was completely full, and they had to bump me in. And when I was talking to Dr. Pelosi the first day, I don't remember her introducing her name or anything, but for some reason it didn't click until I got out of the class, and I was like, wait a second, let me check my Kodiak. I checked my Kodiak, which is kind of like Blackboard, which is what the school uses, and I saw Management 101, and I saw the book and everything else, and I was just like, I sat in on the wrong class. No. So I had that moment, had to go back, and I messaged my other professor and was like, hi, yeah, I sat in the wrong class, I'm sorry. I will be there on Friday, I promise. So that happened. And today, obviously, I explained to Dr. Pelosi what happened, and she's like, well, you can come and sit in on it if you want. And I was just like, I really wish I could. But the class that you have and the class that I have to attend are at the same time frame, or else I would definitely do it. Because honestly, I really enjoyed that class. I can't wait to take it. Because even though it's a basic management class that you absolutely have to take, quality and, gosh, I remember what it is called. It's like quality and something management. But it basically goes over like why we, as a business, want to take care of people and and how we influence ideas, and that we can always make the business better. I think a better name for the class would probably be quality and business innovation versus that of management, because it's more of mentioning that as a manager, just because you are a manager doesn't mean that you can't listen to other people, especially the employees who kind of would have ideas that you wouldn't think about, and listen to them and, do that kind of stuff. Because I feel like a lot of companies nowadays they focus in on the quality part, but they don't focus in on the fact that you can improve by listening to your own employees. Not everybody's going to be smart, but there's going to be at least one employee who's going to be like, well, maybe we could do this to help out with how the quality of our food is and things like that. But anyway, it was a really fun class to sit in on, and I kind of wish that I had it, but it's kind of neither here nor there. But that's how that is. So that was my that was my second day of classes. I walked to the wrong one and had my peer advisor pester me. So I've already mentioned to you what happens when you go to Winnick. When you go to Western New England University now instead of college, it used to be a college. They assign you for the first semester or the first year that you are a new student. They assign you a peer advisor, or for the first semester in my case because I'm a transfer student halfway through. Which I'm kind of glad I did that because I don't think I could have stood having a peer advisor for a full year. It's not that I don't like the idea. It's just that if I was a freshman, I'd probably be a little bit more appreciative of it. Whereas a transfer student, I'm kind of just like, okay, you told me all the basics that I needed to know. I'm not concerned past that. Anyway, my peer advisor, he's a really good guy, but I'm pretty sure that I would have done better if I had had somebody that was either older, a girl, or closer to my age. You can talk, Josh.
Look good?
Yeah, you look fine.
Does it look relatively professional?
Yeah, you're just gonna need to probably clean off the, fuzz that's on your face.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Josh is shaving. He's asking for opinions. But anyway, so, like I said, I would have probably been a little bit happier if it had been somebody else, but, I'm not going to complain. You kind of go with it and deal with it and go from there. But, yeah, classes are going really well. I'm applying for, I've got a work study that I'm working for, that I'm doing, where I, get paid for working for the school to go towards tuition. So I'm hoping to kind of see if I can take care of that and then figure out what I'm going to do about the other $3,000. I've got to talk to somebody about it because I can't take out loans without a cosigner. And I don't know many people that can cosign. Anyway, your word of the week for next week is going to be accident. And I will talk to you on Monday. Or I will see you on Monday. I already...